So now I'm back for to continue my animation. As you can see, let me step back out because I need to watch this happen simultaneously. Okay, so I think another thing that's gonna help me is if I turn off these other guys. Yeah, awesome. This is good. So now I can turn off these guys. Then I think I also want to let's see what happens if I take them down. Yeah. So if I this will be too much. I don't want to do that. It's not necessary. Awesome. You know what? Let me just take it out. Let me also spread things out. So the reason why I'm spreading it out is because what I want to do. So you know what? Let me turn these guys back on. So I'm going to turn on this guy now. So I'm trying to pressure test what I want to do. So the idea is that when this one starts to come out, so you're going to get the picture now, right? I want these ones to still be under. So I can even just work the same. Let me do it again. What's happening? Okay, I already have an in between. So let me come here now and put this one in between as well. Let me just copy paste, copy. Right? So this guy here, they are supposed to pull up a bit more. Hmm. So let me watch what this feels like. So now we're beginning to witness sometimes After Effects does some very weird things. So I don't even think it's After Effects. I think my null object too is adding its own. Yeah. So I also have to clear. Let me just clear out this null object because I mistakenly started animating the null object to it. Because what was happening there was because I picked. Let me just show you. Because I picked my null object. My null object is also. I'm here animating these characters to go up, right? But I've also animated my null object to still go higher. So now it's overcompensating for all the other work being done. So this is actually what I've done. So I will need to come and clear these out, right? And then let me just redo this. So again, you have to know when you're using your null object and why. And then, so but the reason I don't want to use my null object here is because sometimes it can be tricky if your null object is trying to mimic the same movement you want your characters to make. It makes more sense to do something else with your null object than I'm even seeing something I want to fix here. So let me bring this girl back. She's not supposed to rise too high beyond this point. Okay, so I think I'm going to raise this a bit. All right. So now I'm coming back here. So now I can now do this better. So let me just select all of you and raise you up. So now I need to check. So something is weird. I think I'm seeing something move that is not supposed to move. Let me see. So for some reason, this one is still um, it still has additional motion after it. So I'm going to try something. Toggle hold, no keyframe interpolation. I'm going to turn off auto bezier. So sometimes you might notice where so this was supposed to happen. When I get to the top, everything in this car house, this babe, they're all supposed to keep coming back down. For some reason, they're still going up. What I've noticed usually is that anytime something like that is happening, there's something going on with my keyframe interpolation. So just right click on the keyframes, come to linear. I think this is fine. If it's still happening, then maybe it's an individual thing. So keyframe interpolation, usually you see auto bezier. When you see auto bezier, turn it off. Okay. Point fingers. So I think what will happen, another thing I need to also pay attention to, good. Again, I'm going to leave all these things here because this is how it happens in real life, right? It's not supposed to be a perfect tutorial. This is how it happens in real life, where sometimes you might be doing something and you will run into errors. I'm a pro, and sometimes I see these errors. So this is how to think about it. Okay, so the next thing now, I realize, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong because I'm animating this girl. Her fingers, for example, are parented to this cap, to the main body. So I probably don't need to animate her fingers at all. And by fingers, I mean this one. Not like I don't need to animate it at all. I can do something else with it. I shouldn't be bothered with it. Then, so I have Ibadan to focus on. So this Ibadan now is parented to this guy, but it's not. But I'm wondering why it still has this extra animation and it not put inside. Unless, no, let me turn these guys off. Yeah, it's independent. So I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm definitely seeing the problem I'm seeing. So let me see what's happening here. Exactly. Okay, so I fixed it for the girl. I fixed it for the girl, but the building still seems to have it. Yeah, I fixed it now. So you see, the moment it goes up, it comes back down. So maybe I'll just do this. So let's see. I think I'm going to spread this out a bit more. So now that I have this, right, the next thing I can do is, as I have this now, this is fine. So normally, I just want to test this now. Let me just test this. So, I mean, I'm testing it. Everything looks good so far. Let me stretch this out a bit. So I want to do a sound check. I feel like it's rushing too fast. So let me do this. Then for here, I also have to not make the mistake of forgetting that I have um, forgetting that I have scale properties also animated as well. So I'm just moving the scale of this red one. Right? So now I know it works. Um, so the next thing I want to do, so usually I'm supposed to still come back to like do my ease in, ease out, which I probably should, you know. But the other thing now is because I have this, I think it works out. I've tested it. Ideally, I might want to test out the rest so I kind of know, okay, what's happening next. Have flood and floodlights. Floodlight left is at far back. So Civic Center should be up next. Then also for these guys, I may or may not need to animate their scale positions. You know, I actually don't need to animate their scale positions per se. So you know what? I'll just remove all the scale. So I actually don't need it. If I want to do anything with scale, I can come back to now do that in video. But for the movement I want so far, yeah. So the next thing is, so basically now, if you're coming from an animation background, what I'm doing is blocking. So I'm trying to get a clear view of what I'm doing throughout before I come in to start fine tuning details. Okay, you don't want to get so lost in details only to realize that your whole animation is not working as a whole. What I did with the text, I only did that because I was sure that I wanted to do. But now I'm like, okay, let's first get our, when is it coming in, how is it scaling, whatever. I'm not trying to do easy in, ease out, all those fine tuning, offsetting. No. Let's finish the basic blocking. If we like it, then we can move on to the next thing. Right? So um so with this same analogy, I already know that this civic center is going to be coming up. Okay, but the reason I've not even done this offset yet is because I'm still using the timing to space everything. So I'm using this one as a reference to space, or as the reference to time this one as well. So let's come here, position, position. So now I can get a higher position with this. Then I can also lower this as well. Awesome, that works. Civic tower. So for the tower, so in this particular instance now, I'm going to use the tower to bring them in. I'm going to use the null object to bring them in. And I think I'm also going to add some scale because I want it to feel like it has a little elasticity to it because it's the key of the image here. So I want anything that can give it an extra oomph. I'm down for that. Then also, if you notice, I'm not just going up. I want to make sure I follow the line of the action, right? So I'm going up this way. Let me also fix my scale. Now, when I'm coming back down, you see what I'm doing there, right? So it's literally going to come up in that direction. So you just want to make sure you know whatever you're doing, you're flowing with the perspective or the angle. What's the unique angle? What's the way it's coming in? So everything is not just uniform, right? So I could also reduce the amount of time it takes, even though I'm not sure that's what I want. Because like I said, I want to be able to actually, like, for this guy, I think I want to actually do, so let's say 340. Then I don't want to do universal scale. Awesome. So this is a beautiful place to do this.